Welcome everyone. My name is Kathy. I'd love to welcome you to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. And I want to say take 479. No, just kidding, but it does feel like that. I guess we could subtitle this episode, The Episode That Almost Wasn't. I started by having to transplant my tomatoes today because they had outgrown their little seedling sets, and so I've got all of those transplanted. Then people came, the doorbell rang, the telephone rang, and then I made about 4 versions of this card that I'm going to make, and they were horrible. So here's hoping that this take will make us a good card. I'm trying to get a little bit organized, and I'm still quite lacking in baby cards. So I went shopping on Amazon, and I found this adorable little set. This doesn't go with the set. It's a baby onesie for a boy and a girl. And they have little bow ties and a collar, and then these little buttons. And I didn't use the little buttons. Then I also got this other set. I'm not using this set today. It had little dresses and the pinafores and bows and ribbons. But it had this hanger in it. And so I wanted to use that hanger. So I did. I cut out the onesie. And that's ready to go here. And I cut out the little hanger, his little bow tie. And then I used, I didn't mark down what company this was, but I believe these are Spellbinders. And I cut out the word baby in a like a darker or a medium dark blue. So I have baby on there. So those are ready to go. And then I used, this is another set from Amazon, these nesting tag dies, and I used the middle die. And I better put that back in there before I lose that again. I think I've hunted for that thing 5 different times today. And it's usually right where I put it last. And I cut out those medium tags in white, and then the same polka dot that I did for the background of the card. And this is one of the samples that didn't turn out earlier. So I'm just flipping them over and using the back, and we're just gonna have some nice little thick tags. Now for the card, it's gonna be my usual, oh, we got some, that's all right, we're covering that up. 10 by 7, this is 10 inches by 7 inches. I scored it at the 5-inch mark, folded it and creased it with my bone folder. Now, I chose this baby blue polka dot because I'm going to be making the boys card now. And this is a little different than my usual measurements. This is 6 7/8 by 6 7/8 by 4 13/16, as I want to have a little bit wider border. Then the white is going to be the only other piece of paper we use. This measures 4.5 by 6.5. And we're going to start by partially embossing this piece of paper. I have this really old, it's a Cricut Cuttlebug. It's a border or edge die. It's called Baby Shower. And this one's different in that you have to have the word Cuttlebug up for an embossed side. Otherwise, you'll get a debossed image. And I kind of want to line this up so that I've got the baby ducks centered at the top here. And I'm going to be using my Anna Griffin Empress machine. And someone had asked me a question earlier whether I liked my machine. And oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. The only thing that warps is this metal die that you use for embossing. A shim, I guess, metal shim. That's it. Otherwise, I absolutely love this machine. And I only use this for embossing. I don't emboss very often. So I'm just going to run that through. Okay. Well, I got some smudge on there. Let's see if I can get that off. This might be take 480. Oh yeah, that came off nicely. Okay, let's see, is there... Uh-oh, gonna lose these letters. No, there's nothing on there. Okay, so I'm gonna do that again for the bottom. Kind of center the ducks a little bit. And I'll run that through one more time. get my... And they just need to hold that together so that it doesn't shift on me. We'll run that through. Especially today with the amount of times that I die cut, because there's only one B in the thing, and so I've die cut baby like 6 or 7 times today. And now we have an partial embossed at the top and bottom of that. And that's all I need for my die cutting machine, unless I lose something and we need to do it again. Now, I'm going to start by inking this up, the white. And I have my waffle flower grip mat already down here. And I'm going to start with the baby onesie. And I don't have a whole lot of blues. I had a Catherine Puller blue, which this is one of my bad samples. It's too dark, it's too wet, and my technique wasn't great, so I was making smudges and streaks, and it was just awful. And my Gina K blue wasn't the right color. So I have this Adirondack by Ranger, or Tim Holtz. It's called Stonewashed. And I just want to do this lightly. Just want to give a hint of blue to the onesie. Okay. Yes, that color coordinates very well. Now I'm going to take this same, and I like this. Too bad they discontinued this 8x8 size of this grip mat, and I don't know why, because it's the perfect size. And I think they're trying to get replacement, but I got a smudge of ink up here. Maybe I should put together a don't do this video. All right, now I'm just going to go over the embossing at the top and bottom. I would love a 12 by 12 in this because it also holds your ink pad, so you don't have to do anything else. If you got room, you can just put your ink pad right on there and it doesn't budge. So if it was a little bit bigger, then I could set it off to the side. Because now I'm just going to come down the sides, just a little bit of color. And oh, and this stone wash is the right color. If you could have seen how many color combinations I went through today. Oh my goodness. One of my goals for this month is to go through my scrap stash, and well, I certainly did that today. Yeah, let's see how that looks. I think I need a little bit more blue on the sides. I'm trying to go with a lighter hand, just in case. But I think the problem is my Catherine Puller ink was too wet, and I went too heavy-handed, which I'm apt to do. But I couldn't see a way to salvage that. It just looked horrible. And go a little bit more over the duckies. Okay. All right. Okay, I did that. We're good. So I'm done with my mat. I'm just clean that off with a little bit of water. Now, I have noticed that some ink colors stain this, especially yellows and reds, but it doesn't affect the stickiness at all. I'm going to put the top layer on, and then I'm going to hold my mat down to peel that up. This was a wonderful investment. I got that on Amazon. They had a bundle of all the different mat sizes. Because like here in my Misty, I have, what is this? This is 6x8. Yeah, 6x8. And I love it. Now I'm going to stamp on this. I'm going to use Divinity Designs. This is Bless This Baby set. I'm not going to use the die cut. I want to use a couple of things out of here. Congratulations on the birth of your, and want to put it kind of up here in this corner. And I'm just going to stamp this in black, and I'm going to use my VersaFine Clair. But I also need to see that I have it straight, because that was another issue today. So I'll put my acetate down and put it back in here. It needs to move down just a hair. So let's clean that off. Oh, a little water helps. I think it's one of those days that we should just start over, but I'd be afraid to do that. Okay. I mean, my summer garden's happy that I got the tomatoes planted in their bigger pots. Okay. All right. That's it. I'm going for it. And I got an Amazon package that I'm kind of excited about. So I'll show you that at the end. Nothing major, but perfect. All right. So there were some good things about today. All right, now this can come out, and I'm going to stamp on the onesie. I'm going to use Sweet and get that onesie in that grip mat there. I'm going to move it down kind of to the center, and the word boy. And I'm going to get my acetate out again because I want this to be straight. Okay, I'll use a smaller piece this time. And let's see if that lines up. Oh, yes, actually. All right, things are starting to come together, I guess. Do you ever have days like that? For me, it's most days, but that's all right. I guess that's my style. I have fun doing it even when it gets to the frustrating point. Okay, take that out. Sometimes that's when new ideas pop in my head. Not always. I've been really trying to work on reorganizing my craft room. Okay, done with the stamping. Now we can start putting the card together. Put these two pieces together. I'm going to make sure, let me just get a wet wipe here. I'm just going to make sure I don't have any ink on my hands. There have been multiple times today. And the Tombow, the mono sand eraser, usually takes the glue off, or ink off. Not always. Especially if you have a cardstock that has a white center versus color all the way through. It doesn't like to, it'll eat right through your paper and you'll see the white. Okay, now this will go on here. That on centered. All right, this is looking good so far. Now we're going to put our little flags together. And I think I'll put that on the inside because I want my mistake covered up. I did one card already today. I did the girl card, and I'll show you that here at the end. And that came out all right. But this boy card was not good. I always have trouble with mail cards, and I don't know why. Not that this has to be a mail card. Let's see, I'm missing a flag. There's 1, 2, 3. Where's my 4th little polka dotted piece? Hello. Let me check the floor. No, so I guess I'll cut another piece while we're talking here. As I said, I have trouble with boy cards. And you guys are probably seeing this piece right on camera, but I'm just not seeing it. Oh, there it is. It was on the bottom of my mat. Okay. I was going to say, you have to take the metal shim out when you're cutting. And I just put, and I'll show you what I was talking about. When you're embossing, you just use the metal shim. But when you're cutting, you put the magnetic mat down. And I cut right into this magnetic mat. I've had this, I would say, close to a month now. And I've been cutting multiple times a day, every day. And I am loving it. With all the die cutting that I have done, especially today, my arthritis fingers would not have handled this well at all. Okay, those look pretty good. Now we'll get our letters on there. And hopefully I chose a color that goes well. And I think I did. Yeah, you can see that. I just want to put these in the center of that. Okay, letter A. This is a day of hide and seek. Well, let's get the other ones on, and then we'll find our A. It's probably on the back. Oh, I see it right now. It fell on the floor. All right, got it. I thought, well, I guess I could die cut one out. And I could have colored these with ink, but I had a blue cardstock scrap that I wanted to use up. One of these days I'll be done going through my scraps, and then I'll be left with mainly white pieces, and then I'll be doing coloring to match. And that Y goes that direction, I believe. Okay. Now, I do want to color this little bow tie. I did get out an alcohol ink marker, but let's see if this is going to be the right color. Okay, that's not too bad. It's going to be brighter than the other papers. I didn't have enough at the time of the blue to cut it out. Yeah, and that'll go right up there. Oh, that'll look cute. Okay. Now the hanger is going to go on the back, and you're not going to see most of the hanger. You're just going to see the hook. And look at that little sweet thing. All right. Now I'm going to use some foam tape. And I thought I had set some out here, and I did. They're right here where they're supposed to be. I'm going to put the B in the baby is going to go down flat. And I kind of want it, I think, here. Now the A, I'm going to pop it up and give it some dimension. And I'm just using some 1/8 inch foam strips that I got on Amazon. I think you get, I want to say almost 1,000. I might as well, a little piece, I'll throw it on there. And the A is going to go that way. And now the other B, I'm going to put down flat and tuck it a little bit underneath there. And then the Y is going to get popped up. And these are, I don't know if I said, these are 1/8 inch foam strips. And they're a low loft. I'm going to have to see if they have them in a thicker height, because sometimes I'd like more dimension. And when I do that, then I just usually double layer these. And like there, baby. Now this is going to come in here, but I got a little smooch. And I'm going to pop that up also with these foam. Now I'll put one across there. Okay, this actually is coming together finally. Do you ever have card projects like that? And that's going to go here like that. Okay, now I wanted to add some rhinestones. And I had this pack of blue. These I got from Dollar Tree, Crafter Square. I don't know if these are going to match. Or if I should color some of my clear ones. Oh, that's going to be almost the same color. That's a little darker. You know, I like the darker. Okay, so I'm just going to color that. Let's see. We'll try on the girls. I have a variety of sizes, but I'm just going to try. I like how that. So even though I got these at Dollar Tree, probably about a year ago, I know they still have them. I'm only going to be buying clear from now on because I can color them whatever color I want them to be. Now, let's see where I want to put some. One down here for sure. Maybe one in here by the bee. Right there. Okay, that is it. That's my card for today. Finally, I wanted to show you the coordinating girls card. Along the same lines, but different kinds of papers, and I had different size rhinestones. But this was the first one I did today. I did Sweet Girl, and I used the girl onesie. And these letters, the baby and the collar, I did in alcohol inks. And then I used dark lilac. Yeah, dark lilac from Gina K to do across here. But that's it. Thank you. This has been an experience today. I hope you've had fun. Oh, I wanted to show you what I got on Amazon. I belong to a group on Facebook. I think it's called Card Making. And someone had mentioned that they got these bags. Let's move these up here. These are zipper bags. And they're fairly sturdy. And they come in like 10 different colors here. And I've been trying to organize my paper scraps. So they sounded quite promising. So I went out and I bought them. And here, I put my green scraps in it that I organized over the last few days. Now, you can put the 12-inch wide paper in here, but it would stick out the top. So if I have any 12-inch wide scraps, I'll just put them in, one of the sheets for the albums. But this is 13 inches wide by 9 1/4 inches tall. And this holds all of my scraps perfectly. And I'm gonna put like green, plain. And then I got 2 sets, so I'll have 2 greens, and then one will say patterned. So my patterned cardstock will go in one. Right now I've got them all in one, but they just came and I wanted to see if they fit. And then I can stack these up rather than have a long counter full of containers of these. I can just stack them up like this, and then I can see me using my scraps a lot easier and quicker. All right, now that is it. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.